Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Now I have today a Arkbrave deck, even though I only have two of them. I was only able to buy two of the structured decks. I might get a third one when I get paid, but for right now I have to roll with two of them. I mainly built this deck during the stream last night, and I was trying Blue Eyes, I was trying different dragons as beaters, but unfortunately they were lacking in some ways. So I went with the RedEyes engine because spamming the field with RedEyes one turn after the other really helps put a lot of pressure on your opponent, and it worked out. I can also splash in a fusion, you know, RedEyes slash dragon, just one poly and one fusion recycling plant. It's not really the main engine of the deck, but it's nice to have it there as backup. We're still running 3 snipe hunters. It just works really well. Another card that lets you put pressure on your opponent. It lets you fill up your grave with the dragons, which is what you ultimately want. Destroying cards in the process if you get, you know, the correct dice rolls. 3 RedEyes wyverns so that we can bring RedEyes back from the graveyard, or another copy of itself. 1 Felgrand, which is going to be our big beater. This is the only guy that can get over 4,000 attack. So if we have to deal with something pretty big, we're gonna need Felgrand. Other than that, our max attack is gonna be like probably 3,000 with RedEyes slash dragon. We have 2 Arkbrave dragon, main engine of the deck. Banishes everything when special summon from the grave. You get to special summon a dragon the next standby phase after this card is sent to the grave. Really good card. 2400 attack, 2000 defense, so same stats as the RedEyes Black Dragon. 3 Guardian of Felgrand and 3 Paladin of Felgrand. This is the main way you're going to be able to special summon your Felgrand Dragon other than Arkbrave. They both have really cool interactions with Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lords, because all you need is one of these and, you know, either the Guardian or the Paladin and the continuous spell, and you can get yourself whatever dragon you need, which is really cool. But unfortunately we only have 1 Ruins of the Divine Lords available, so it'd be nice if we could get some more. But anyway, we have Bacon Saber just as a tech for when it hits the grave. We have the 1800 Dragon Knight of Creation. This works with Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lords as well, since it becomes a level 8 dragon during your opponent's turn. 3 Grass Looks Greener. 2 Release Restraint Wave. Anything that you equip to your Guardian and Paladin, you know, you can send to the grave and then destroy all the face downs. You can summon Arkbrave to take care of the face ups. So you have ways to deal with back row that I didn't before. And then we have the RedEyes Spirits, just more ways of spamming RedEyes Black Dragon. Still using Restart, also known as Rubric, just to try to get a better hand, since, you know, third card decks are not super consistent. But I had a lot of fun with this deck. I mean, I'm an Animal Planet. I'm not trying to take this to King of Games. The ladder just reset. I'm just trying to have some fun. Going up against Joey Wheeler here. Fields of the Warriors. And I have a good starting hand. We're gonna go with the Grass Looks Greener first. And this is what I was talking about. If you have your Paladin of Felgrand and you have your field spell, you can summon Arkbrave or whatever dragon during that same turn. I equipped the Arkbrave, unfortunately it was already on my hand. I didn't have anything else in the deck. Summon a token, tribute the token, and the Paladin in order to bring him back. We get rid of the field spell. We have another Arkbrave in the grave, so we can summon a RedEyes Black Dragon. Pick up a Wyvern. Go for the super rush. I stop my own attack with Bacon Saber, since he called light. Destroying with my dark RedEyes, hitting for 18, and that's pretty much the game. He summons a monster, but then he realizes that he can't get over my 2 big dragons. I had some pretty long duels with this deck, which was kind of surprising. I didn't think it would do well in the long game, or, you know, in the top deck game. because you need a lot of cards to make combos with that. If you're down to, you know, a top deck situation, you're probably not going to get what you need. We have a Rex here going first. I wish I was going second so that I could open with Snipe Hunter, but I have the Grass Look Screener, so I'm okay with that. And if he happens to destroy my Paladin, I'll be able to bring something back from the grave. And I have a RedEyes in there, so I have protection. Go ahead and activate my Bacon Saber. Unfortunately, he has a full back row, and I don't have my my release Restraint Wave. But I pick up Polymerization, so at least I can take care of anything that targets with my RedEyes / Dragon. And because I had my Arkbrave Dragon equipped to my Paladin, if something happens to my RedEyes / Dragon right here, I'll be able to bring him back during the next standby phase. So I felt okay attacking to the full back row. We're gonna see Dice Foon getting rid of my Fusion Recycling Plant, so I won't be able to get my Paladin during the end phase, which kind of sucks. But other than that, I kept my RedEyes / Dragon on the field. I have 2 more RedEyes now because of Wyvern and Arkbrave. He's gonna get rid of one, but I have Snipe Hunter to snipe away that monster. We're gonna see the Forbidden Chalice, but I can negate that since it targets. My Snipe Hunter's effect goes through, and then we win the game. I think what was left in his back row were probably things like Super Rush, things that were he needed a monster on the field for. So I take the win. I did play around Wall Disruption by switching one of my RedEyes into defense mode just in case, because it is Animal Planet after all, man. Now we got a Yami Bakura. This was one of the longer duels where I was in control most of the time, but you know, there was still that threat. We're going up against Balance. We have Grass Look Screener to start, which is perfect. I go ahead and get my Felgrant before I activate that Grass Look Screener, even though that's going to put one less card in the grave for me. I didn't want this to go to the grave because I wanted to be able to summon it. And that's the downside of Felgrant. It needs to hit the field first before you're able to special summon it from the grave. We're gonna see counter fairies. I don't have any big dragons to equip to my guardian, so that was kind of a misplay there. We see the Super Rush. He's really protecting that that Artemis, and I take 16 to the face. But I pick up Paladin, which is it's good. It can just get over you know, those fairies, so I'm pretty lucky on that front. He finally picks up the Sanctuary in the Sky, so now his face downs are in play, which were not chainable before, so that let me know pretty much that that was Divine Punishment. And then he sets a third one, so I start to bait out the Divine Punishment, go with the Poly first. There we see one. Unfortunately, he's gonna get to draw cards. Go for the Grass Look Screener. I was trying to see if I could bait out another Divine Punishment, but I don't. Instead, my RedEyes Wyvern is gonna bait it out. He gets to draw another card, but I get to activate another Wyvern. And now I can get over that Artemis next turn if I need to. We see the enemy controller. I think he forgot what my defense was right here. And you know, that was definitely a misplay. He wasted the enemy controller there. And I finally pick up Snipe Hunter. I try to snipe away the back row, which I do. Ends up being a Super Rush. I summon my Felgrant just so I can have a big body on the field. And now that, you know, he's used his enemy controller, I don't feel as threatened. Artemis is gonna destroy my Snipe Hunter, but I finally get rid of his field, and then we win. So a pretty long duel. I was definitely playing careful, you know, to not trigger those Divine Punishments. We got a Jesse Anderson next. And this was just a beautiful OTK. I had to save this replay. You guys will see. Grass looks greener. Summon my Guardian of Felgran. Get Felgran on the field. Snipe Hunter is gonna snipe away that that monster, which was Komashrumo. I'm gonna activate my Guardian's effect to summon Felgran back. Target the RedEyes, he goes to 42, and then I win the game. So get out of here, Sylvans. That was a very satisfying win, I'm not gonna lie. And for our last duel, we have a Seto Kaiba. And this was sort of the mirror match, but he wasn't running a 30 card deck. I make a couple of misplays, and I'm able to clutch it out somehow. You guys will see. Now I start with the Dream combo. This was the only time that I actually got to use Release Restraint Wave. And that's, you know, when you have your Paladin or your Guardian and then you open up with Release Restraint Wave. So I don't know if moving forward I would cut the card. It's definitely nice to have it there, it just didn't really come up. And that was the mistake here. I used my Wyvern to summon RedEyes Black Dragon, and I had an Arkbrave in the graveyard. So I should have used Arkbrave's effect, because that can only be activated, you know, the turn after it goes to the grave. Whereas RedEyes Wyvern I can activate whenever I want to. But we see the RedEyes Insight. He's also running vanilla RedEyes, so no RedEyes zombies. Paladin of Felgran is gonna get an Arkbrave, and then he goes Polymerization. So we're gonna see RedEyes slash Dragon, and we're gonna see a RedEyes during our turn, which is very unfortunate. Here I honestly thought the duel was pretty much lost, but I saw a play since he does have a face up equip spell and a mountain. So I'm gonna go for Release Restraint Wave, send my Arkbrave back into the grave, and then activate my RedEyes Spirit. He brings another RedEyes onto the field, which kind of sucks, but I had to go for it. Bring back my RedEyes, activate Guardian's effect to bring back Arkbrave, and that way after banishing both of those cards I can match the 2800 from the RedEyes slash Dragon, and then I just, you know, suicide into it, bring out my RedEyes. I take 24 right here. I'm down to 1000 life points, but I pick up another Arkbrave. So all I'm doing is, you know, putting a RedEyes on the field to keep myself alive. Luckily he doesn't pick up another monster, and that's where we're both in top deck situations. I pick up a Wyvern, he cannot pick up a monster. Pick up Paladin of Felgran, get my Felgran on the field, and bring that boy back, because at 4200 I felt pretty safe, minus the obvious econ take shenanigans. He had a RedEyes Spirits though, so had I not summoned Felgran there I would have lost. End up taking the win. So Felgran pretty clutch. I like it as a one-off. I don't know if I would try to make like a deck fully around Felgran. If we get the other Felgran, the one that's pretty much broken, I would definitely make a full deck around the other Felgran, but not this one. Anyway, this is gonna be it for the deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And until next time.